All right, let me start with a warning. If you do not want to see the worst of the United States of America, if you don't want to hear from the people who endanger the very continuation of American democracy, then you should turn to something else right now. Our correspondent, Luke Beasley, who, by the way, is getting really good at this, went to the Donald Trump rally in Conway, South Carolina over the weekend. This may be some of Luke's best stuff. It gets dangerous during these interviews. He spoke to Trump supporters. We are going to go through these one by one. There's just a handful of clips. Really prepare yourself to be terrified about what may be in America's future. Here's the first interviewee, Luke speaking to a woman at the Trump rally in South Carolina.
Would you rather 4 years of Dictator Trump or 4 years of democratically elected Joe Biden?
Dictator Trump.
There it is. Dictator Trump. These people are dangerous. These people are dangerous. They need to be treated as such.
And that's a lie. You're a liar. It's the first day he said, I'll be a dictator for one day to put in the border. And one other thing, you're a liar.
Drill, baby, drill.
You're part of the media, a baby media turkey.
He's a baby media turkey.
You are right there.
Wow, that was explosive.
In training. Good job. Apply to CNN, MSNBC. You're great.
There was a time where we would have gone to such a rally and found policy disagreements, but we wouldn't have found people who would say, I'd rather a dictator over a Democrat. There was a time where that was not the nature of the disagreement. The woman then takes Luke's microphone and I guess interviews him.
I'm going to interview you.
Oh, yes. This will be fun. All right, I'm ready.
Hi there.
Hello.
Hey,
What's one
teacher.
bad thing about Biden? Do you know
The question is, what's a bad thing about Biden? Now we're going to get into policy.
the Inflation
He's
Reduction
a
Act?
crook. He
crook?
is.
What?
He
Like
is.
the guy who's been indicted 4 times?
Come on, not convicted. Okay, he's a crook. He stole money from countries
He stole it.
left and right and made business deals to get. Okay, he said.
Understand that this is mushmouth nonsense. These are all confused word salads of stuff you hear on Fox News.
Donald
His own
Trump
son.
received
Okay.
millions from foreign governments while he was president.
He doesn't
through his
take money.
businesses.
He doesn't take a salary.
That's not true.
He's a LGBTQ.
LGBTQ.
Hey, I love
XYZ.
LGBTQ people.
Do you believe in the transgender library story hours for children?
I think they're called drag queen story hours,
Right.
which is different than transgender.
And they dress up demonically.
So would you say you're motivated to protect the kids?
Absolutely.
And so are you concerned with the leading cause of death for children being firearms, and Trump doesn't want to do anything about that?
Your leading cause of death for children is abortion. Do your homework.
If we only talk about people who have been born, the leading cause of death for children is firearms. And this guy just spoke yesterday at the NRA convention. We could do common sense gun reforms that could protect lives, save those beautiful children you're talking about. But instead, we're all focused on being distracted by drag queen story hour? Really?
We need to do away with the false notion that if we just sit these folks down, we can talk them out of their delusions. Some of them we can, but at scale, that's not how we're going to win. We need to win by going around these people and making them politically irrelevant. Might not be nice. Oh, but they deserve, they get to vote. I'm not saying you don't let them vote. I'm saying we make their vote irrelevant by turning out in such large numbers. Here's another guy that Luke interviewed. Shows him Trump's post to Truth Social about suspending the Constitution. The guy insists that it's fake. Someone is making it look like that's Trump posting it, but Trump would never post that. Luke shows it to him. This is, again, evidence that you show them the proof. They just don't accept it. They say it's fake.
And would you support somebody if they called for the termination of the Constitution?
No.
Can I show you something? Because I'm shocked that so many people don't know about this. On True Social, this is from Trump's True Social, because of his belief that the election was stolen, he said a massive fraud of this type magnitude allows for the termination
That's fake news.
of all rules, regulations, and articles.
I don't believe it.
You don't believe that?
No, I don't believe that right there.
Even though he sent it out on True Social?
That's not true, though.
Still up on his account?
No, that's not true. That somebody made a fake thing.
Okay.
Somebody made a fake thing. That's Trump's Truth Social account.
Truth Social.
It's not even disputed. It's been defended by some MAGA people. Some people see that and they go, well, listen, when the left goes so crazy, you've got to potentially suspend the Constitution. But then you have people like that guy who go, it's not really Trump. The evidence doesn't sway them. That is the proof of what we've been saying. They are impervious to evidence. Here's another guy Luke interviews in some sort of biker group vest with a Trump hat. It's depressing, guys.
Was not an insurrection.
What was it?
It was an overthrow of the government.
It wasn't an insurrection. It was an overthrow of the government. Now, I dare you to try to parse the syntax in the next 45 seconds of video. I dare you to figure out what this guy is saying. I know English is my second language, so maybe that's why I can't do it. But maybe you can help me. What is this guy talking about?
In my opinion.
By Trump supporters?
Absolutely not.
Who was overthrowing the government?
Well, they were in there trying to make a fake, I don't know, I'm trying to think of the word. The election was they were trying to make it.
Certifying it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he didn't win. They were trying to falsify it, get it all through before anybody did anything. My opinion.
So then, who stormed the Capitol?
Huh?
Who stormed the Capitol?
Well, there were some CIA agents in there, from what I understand.
So then the CIA agents were storming the Capitol to stop the certification of Biden's election?
No, to make it look like Biden's people did it. Trump's people did it. Yeah.
That is quite a yarn that guy is spinning. He doesn't even understand the conspiracy theories. When I appeared on the Jesse Lee Peterson show a few years ago, it was evident that Jesse didn't understand his own conspiracy theories. This is another example of that. Here's another interview, and each one scarier and more dangerous than the last. And by the way, really great job by Luke here.
Everything that the media has said over the years has been proven wrong. Every time somebody starts a legal case against Donald Trump, eventually they lose. Donald Trump repeats that.
Oh,
Sir. You tell me something that...
$83.3 million he's going to have to pay to E. Jean Carroll. Also, no, you wait a minute. Listen, why are you supporting a civilly liable rapist?
By the way, congratulations to Luke for adopting civilly liable rapist. I don't claim to have come up with it, and I'm not saying he got it from me, but I love that he is now using that term with Trump supporters.
Because you're a moron for even saying that. You truly are. You
That's
have an IQ
quite literally the facts.
That a judge said...
A jury found him liable for sexual abuse.
No, a judge said he is guilty, and we're going to go ahead and move to the...
Are you?
It's going to be overturned.
Sir.
Trust me. Save this.
Sir.
When it's overturned, you all look back and go, I should have been more aware. I shouldn't have believed the bullshit narrative. Good
All
luck
right.
to you guys.
Have a good one.
You know, all the pedophiles up at D.C., they all need to go to Gitmo.
The guy's back, by the way.
Does Trump's close relationship with Epstein bother you at all?
Trump and Epstein, here's the deal. Trump has had his picture taken with everybody. The only relationship they had was Trump got his picture taken with Epstein. Trump has been photobombed.
Well, he said, Epstein likes him young.
Well, yeah, that's, the whole thing.
He's a great friend of mine.
No, he's not. No. The whole COVID thing was a scam.
It's funny when they say it's a scam, like who scammed who? And Luke does a good job of getting this guy on the record on this, and it goes nowhere.
Ivermectin.
By the way, ivermectin.
Started taking ivermectin immediately.
I hope not.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was proven to be not effective for COVID.
It is the dumbest thing that I ever heard in my life.
Ever? What?
Dumbest thing I ever heard in my life.
Well, we got to focus in on this then, if it's the dumbest. So what was COVID then, if it was fake?
COVID was a bioweapon. They actually used HIV and they stitched it into a coronavirus.
stitched it like cross stitching.
What? Like, what's the goal there?
Reason for the HIV, well, the whole thing was to lock down the country for the leftards to try to take over the country.
Leftards?
Yes, the leftards.
So why can't you guys just accept that COVID was fake, but a real bioweapon, stitched from HIV, crocheted even, you could say, in order for the leftards to take over the country to do what? We don't know. I don't know. I don't know why they would, in order to achieve what? All right, here's the last one. And it's so depressing that we're going to have to move on from this.
Because we need to save this country that's getting thrown away.
What is making it thrown away?
Democrats.
Doing what?
Everything they're doing.
The Inflation Reduction Act, lowering prescription drug costs?
Nah. Take care.
Nah, take care. The guy just bailing out when he realized he wasn't going to steamroll Luke. So simultaneously, a fantastic job by Luke Beasley. And you can find his channel at davidpakman.com/Luke. And the worst of the worst of the worst of America. And I want to be super tactical with this stuff. When I see this, I say to myself, how do we win elections despite these people? And the way is not to spend hours trying to convince them. Many of these folks are delusional in the clinical sense. The way to do it is maybe by showing this stuff to people who say, I might stay home. You say, really? If you stay home, this guy, right? Pick whichever one of those people you like. This guy's vote, he now has more of an influence over how the country is run than you do. You feel good about that? I certainly would not. And so when I see these videos, I get extremely motivated to vote. Scary stuff. These people are dangerous. Very nice job by Luke. Everything you do online can be tracked by your internet service provider, tech companies, the government, hackers, unless you use a VPN to encrypt your online activity, hide your IP, and make yourself anonymous. The VPN I use is Private Internet Access. They are the only VPN to prove multiple times in court they do not log your internet activity. Their stringent no-log practices are independently audited by Deloitte. Private Internet Access has a next-generation server infrastructure with IP addresses in 91 countries in all 50 states. It's one of the only VPNs fast enough for streaming video and downloading large files. Private Internet Access lets me access a bunch of Argentinian soccer that I otherwise wouldn't have access to. It's super easy to use. You turn it on once, you forget about it. You don't need to be a computer expert. Private Internet Access has a 30-day money-back guarantee, 24/7 customer support, and my audience gets Private Internet Access for 83% off. This comes out to just $203 a month, plus 4 extra months for free. Go to piavpn.com/Pakman. The link is down below.